Welcome to the Ada Hayden Herbarium. The holdings of the Ada Hayden Herbarium include many different collections in many different shapes and sizes, but the vast majority are vascular plants preserved on herbarium sheets. Mounting plant material on a herbarium sheet is a standard botanical practice that allows voucher material of an organism to be preserved and subsequently used as a resource in many different ways. The collection process starts with a plant in the field that is flowering or fruiting. It is important to collect plants when these reproductive structures are developed because these structures are often needed for taxonomic identification. Useful specimens are made by getting good material, often even the roots, which may be important for distinguishing between similar species. Botanists may use a plant press in the field to press or flatten the material. This will help with the mounting and efficient storage of specimens later. Information about the date and location where the plant was growing is recorded. The plants are then pressed further and placed in a dryer to remove moisture. It is kind of like a mummification process to ensure that the material does not decompose. The plant material is then attached to an herbarium sheet with either glue or string. Herbarium specimens, if prepared and maintained properly, can last hundreds of years and serve as useful resources for future scientists. Herbarium specimens may be used in many different kinds of studies. The usefulness may be the physical plant material itself for anatomy or morphology studies, or to simply illustrate what a species looks like. But a herbarium sheet can also be used as a timestamp to verify that a certain species was growing in an area at a certain time. A label, which is attached to each specimen, contains the collector's name, date, and location. Using modern GPS, very specific latitude and longitude coordinates may be included, or in some cases even elevation. It is useful to also describe the habitat where the plant was growing. For example, this milkweed was collected in an area described as wet soil, edge of swamp. Having this information may have helped determine the species as Asclepias incarnata, or swamp milkweed, and it may also be of use for future ecological studies. In this case, a thorough description includes not just the habitat, but the number of individuals observed growing there. These details are especially important for studies of plants like this Kriggia virginica, which is endangered in the state of Iowa. If a specimen is properly dried during collection and safely stored after mounting, genetic material in the plant may still be viable for analysis even after many decades in the herbarium. A sample of plant tissue can be removed from the sheet and studied through DNA sequencing. This practice requires permission and is considered destructive sampling because the plant material is altered, but often a specimen with abundant material is selected, and if permission is granted, only a small amount of tissue is removed. For these different kinds of studies, labels are placed on each specimen used in the research to incorporate the specimen into the network of projects it potentially contributes to. Careful sampling and thorough descriptions on the labels create herbarium specimens that are not only aesthetically beautiful, but can contribute in remarkable ways to future research projects.
Thank you for watching this video and enjoy your virtual tour of the Ada Hayden Herbarium.